All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up. We need food. It's gone. EBT don't work nowhere.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hey, in today's episode, these mysterious videos, these TikToks, they're going to make you question reality, y'all. Watch with caution. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
There doesn't seem to be enough cattle to supply all these restaurants with beef. The U.S. has around 94 million heads of cattle as of 2025, but not all those cattle are for beef. Some of those are for dairy, some of those are calves, some of those are for breeding. And so the U.S. only uses around 35 million cattle for beef. Americans eat around 50 billion burgers per year of all the burger places, all the restaurants, all the burger places, okay? And each cow can supply about 500 burgers. So if you take 50 billion burgers divided by one cow or 500 burgers, you're going to get 100 million cows needed to supply the burger places. Okay, but we only have 35 million cattle head for beef. So that's a 59 million cow shortage for the burgers. Just for the burgers. Now, those 35 million cows that we got, that's not just for burgers. That's for brisket. That's for steak. That's for ribs, beef tips, all the stuff. For all the restaurants. Fast food, sit down, tipping restaurants, the whole nine. So we have a discrepancy here. Now, the U.S. also exports billions of pounds of beef to China, South Korea, Japan. We also import from different countries to meet the demand for the beef in the United States. So it kind of cancels each other out a little bit. So the only way for companies to meet the demand for burgers in the United States is to fill it, add fillers, vegetable-based or other based in order to meet the demand. And of course, they did find human and rat DNA in burgers and hot dogs. But that's not to say that we're being 100% Soylent Greened. It's just to say that maybe someone's hair fell on it. Maybe someone's dead skin, dandruff, fell in the burger. Who knows? But all I know is there aren't enough cattle to go around to supply all these restaurants.
Why is it that so many things and bills that are passed are so anti-human life?
There's this rumor or allegation about we're talking about big corporations here, and some of the biggest corporations, of course, are fast food. That mathematically it's impossible for them to actually serve that much beef based on demand. So apparently people have taken samples,
right,
and they found human DNA in the food that is being served in fast foods. And Putin, in one of his addresses,
he was the first person to call this out.
It's like, America is crazy. They're serving people. They're eating human being,
For sure.
But let's talk about the dark forces you speak of. Is it one singular force or a multitude of darkness? Like, is it like, what do you think that is?
All right. Okay. Now, I researched this a lot. In the field, cyber, libraries. I believe that there are several factions of dark forces. Some more powerful than others.
Oh man, they giving niggas some shit that ain't even what you think. You fuck around, wake up tomorrow, shit, ass nigga with a footy on, and don't know what the fuck you just did. I mean, real shit. Your motherfucker meat pistol fucked up and your ass hurting. You don't know what the fuck to say. You don't know who to tell. But this is what the game is going to. That's what it's going to. Then here it is, it's time for a contract to come out. Nigga want to sign you for 5 years. You like, nah, dog. So you don't want to sign with us? Nah. Nah. Man, pop in the tape. Show this nigga what he did last night. I'm serious. Dude, this real shit I'm telling y'all though. Pop in the tape. You sitting that motherfucker like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, well, what the fuck? That's what happened. You got fucked. What you gonna do? You gonna sign that contract? You don't want nobody in the hood to see that shit. You don't want this shit to get out, dog. I'm telling y'all, and this is what I'm telling y'all like this. These niggas that you see constantly hot, they're not getting hot because they like to get hot. They're getting hot because they know what they done done. And they can't live with that shit for real. So, I'm telling y'all this from me. This is some real shit. This real shit I'm telling y'all. So when niggas tell you, man, oh man, I got fucked around with my contract. No, they ain't talking about paperwork. These niggas got fucked around for real, for real. I'm just telling y'all, shit that y'all might be hearing for yourself, man, this shit ain't no lie, this shit real talk. I can say this shit because I'm a real nigga. Some of these motherfuckers can't say this shit because they already know about that goddamn tape. They on that tape. So they can't say shit about that shit. But I mean, they proud niggas' weaknesses because niggas be so fucking happy they about to sign some shit. Now they done told you come to a fucking mansion party. You don't turn down shit because you gonna feel like this is my family, I'm with these niggas now. You smoking on some shit or you done, man, drunk some shit, nigga, you done forgot everything. Just like this fucking camera on right now. You don't know what the fuck done went on until they show you that goddamn tape. You gonna sign. You gonna sign. This is a shiesty, devilish game. And if you don't have no knowledge, you gonna set yourself up to be fucked around. So believe me, instead of trying to get to the A&R to get your fucking music together, you better make sure your ass ready. You better go at that nigga but have another blueprint in your head to be already ready what the fuck is next. Because half these niggas you think niggas ain't niggas. These niggas is plastic pimps, rubber gangsters, and half of them like that dick. This some real hardcore shit I'm telling y'all in here. Some real raw shit. If y'all gonna get in this industry, man, make sure you be right. Keep fucking with these motherfuckers, man, right here, man, who got some shit that's gonna knowledge y'all. For real. Y'all know other motherfuckers that's real niggas. You need to tell these niggas to come in here. So I'm telling you, this some real law, I'm telling y'all. Some real shit from a nigga that's dead. This the only reason why No Limit is still an independent fucking label. Because we refuse to, man, get in conjunction with any of these niggas. We cool, nigga.
And didn't he bury one of his wives?
On his golf course.
Wait,
Right.
hold on. Yeah. You know about that?
That's gangster as possible.
Well, he did it for tax reasons.
Well, he not leaving that White House, bro. He buried his wife, bro, on his golf course.
What?
Facts, bro.
Well, people do that. Like, I've seen it too, where like some people actually buried their loved ones in their backyard.
Facts. Seen that. I've seen that a lot in the South.
Yeah,
I've seen all that in the South.
they do it for
dog.
well, Trump did it for tax reasons. There's a lot of
Damn.
he's perplexed right now.
I'm dumbfounded right now.
But also
I'm
they can also commission the
Crazy
land
word.
to be, for tax reasons and whatnot,
Yeah.
to where it's considered like almost a unconventional cemetery, I guess.
See, the way you broke it down leads back to a lot of things that they do go back to saving or making money. Now, something like that, that's something I might have thought about. Like, man, I'm gonna put up right here on the, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I would ask y'all if that's even reasonable first. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, look, I need y'all to, because y'all know from time to time, people don't know. From time to time, I reach out to these gentlemen to make sound decisions.
Now, why in the world would they try to hide media coverage and cameras from the courtroom? In one of the most sketchy assassinations, if not the sketchiest assassination that we've seen in our lifetime. And of course, him trying to wear normal clothes. Is it really normal clothes, or is it about just hiding it completely from us?
A judge will hear arguments on whether Tyler Robinson can wear plain clothes during proceedings. Robinson's defense team is also seeking to limit media coverage of the trial, including a ban on cameras in the courtroom.
Anybody got any ideas at all why they would block cameras from the courtroom? Let me know in the comments. And of course, this after Candace came out and said that she has lost faith in politics and also the president over this situation.
Really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics.
Pretty weird at the same time. She was saying that she doesn't think these people above me are human.
I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night.
The hybrid of what? Things are getting really interesting.
I mean, we're in the end times, y'all. We're in the end of times. Like, people are starting to come out and say they're hybrids. I mean, watch Elon Musk on an interview and tell me you think he's 100% human. He's like a computer. But once again, they get away with it. They're not going to put cameras in the courtroom and say his prosecutors or whatever, his side, his legal team doesn't want cameras in there. Like, they're getting away with it again. Same thing with Epstein. Getting away with it again.
came out and said she thinks these individuals are hybrids, meaning not human. Very interesting take.
I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know? Like, my phone's getting an update or something. It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed, you know? I'm not going to stab them. But I don't know if they bleed all the way. I think a battery would fall out. You know what I mean? And I just get that sense. I've always known it was demonic. And people just get on board because, as we talk about in this book, they are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this. And it's wrong and it's backwards. And the main component of all of this is psychology. Right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less healthy. We've become less emotionally sound. And yet they are convincing us that this is like humanity's great leap forward. We put a man on the moon, and he just like called them up and was like, "Hey, Prez, what's up? I'm up here. Yeah, it's so cool. It's really great. It's nice. Starry night up here. I can't even text you. I go by in '69, and they get these people. They tell you like he's a genius. They're all writing like he's a genius. So we should just accept that Elon Musk is a genius because like all the writers who are obviously indoctrinated into the occult are telling us that this is the next person that we should worship. The establishment of Hollywood. It was all occults. They were all Aleister Crowley proteges who were just summoning demons, and demons are real. So at the same time that they're summoning demons, they are making us all believe that faith is not real. And that has been, I think, the greatest trick.
So I said it before, I'll say it again. Either Candace is on to something or she's losing her mind. That's it. It's one of the two. That's it. And I pray for the sake of her, she's on to something. Only time will tell. May the Lord reveal more light. Amen.
This is what they do. Okay? That's why I said, and I'll say this again, LeBron James' days are numbered. I don't want him to die. You got people that, the bishop once said, I don't want him to die. But when you make a deal with the devil, when you make a deal. Now, with Bronny having his heart situation, that was a warning shot over the bow. It was a warning. We could have killed him. That's why LeBron, I'm going to say it to him again, LeBron, your days are numbered. You need Christ. Because Christ is the only person that can get you out of this mess, okay? The day before the assassination of Kobe Bryant, LeBron passed Kobe Bryant.
I remember that.
For, I believe, third or fourth place on the all-time scoring list, okay?
In Philadelphia.
Home of the Boule Secret Society, home of the Prince Masonic Order, and home of the AME Church. Listen, Jamal Brand. But the AME Church, we were told, was created by black folk. No, it was started with Rothschild money out of England. Whoever has the money, they're the creators. So on that, against the 76ers, the night before Kobe's assassination, LeBron knew what was going to happen, okay? On the court, if you go on the YouTube and look up the Lakers game the night before Kobe's assassination in Philadelphia, there is a snake there, a snake logo on the court of a chopped up snake. Okay, that is a Boule. That's also not just a Boule Secret Society logo of an impending death, but it's an Illuminati sign. Remember, don't tread on me. That's part of it. But a serpent on the court. Symbols would be their downfall.
That's right.
And so, the following day, they're back in LA, and the press with the camera shows LeBron wiping his tears. He knew it was going to happen. Okay. His days are numbered.
Okay. I've been cooking these cabbages for 4 hours, and they still are not done. Can somebody please tell me what's going on with these cabbages, that they are not done. They so hard. Look at it. They look so good. As soon as you try to cook them, try to eat them, they are not done. Look. It's not done. So I just wasted my time and day and effort cooking these cabbages that's not done for 4 hours. Can somebody please tell me what's going on with these cabbages?
Yo, buddy, there's no way they built this in 1869, right? No way! With stone from Maine. Bro, anyone could do that. You look like you're in construction. Can you do this today? Hey, but what are you finding? Yeah, bottles, but this is... And then, hold on, what about like all the buildings right here, the Manhattan Municipal Building, all the courts? They're from a different era. These are castles, man. Why does it not look like the other bridges? It was adopted. It's Khloe Kardashian of bridges. The other ones are the Kardashians. That's OJ's daughter. Make it make sense. Have a good day, buddy.
The FBI found bodies sewn together like Frankenstein in a human chop shop in Arizona.
Described as unsettling, but it sounds a whole lot worse. One FBI agent revealing what it was really like inside the Phoenix body donation facility. In 2014, he saw everything from buckets of heads, arms, and legs when the FBI raided the building.
Confused and angry. We thought this was going to be doing some good.
He even spotted a smaller head sewn onto a larger torso in a, quote, Frankenstein manner. Body parts piled on top of each other inside Biological Resource Center, where families donated their loved ones for medical research. Some say the company violated everything they promised. The limbs, according to that agent, with no apparent identification. The company sued months after the FBI raided families claiming their loved ones weren't treated with dignity and respect, a promise written on their own consent forms. The company also accused of selling body parts for profit after saying they'd only use the parts they needed and would cremate the ones they didn't and return them. A torso with a head apparently went for $2,400. A leg about $1,100. They'd even sell knees and feet alone for under $500.
Comes to me, hey,
Who are they selling these things to? Who's buying that? What are they doing with the knee? I mean, are they studying it to maybe make artificial limbs and seeing the ligaments and how they work, or what? Or who are they selling it to? Or somebody on the dark web? Who are they selling a kneecap to?
this player from the Jets, he's into me really heavy. He owes me 50 grand. Okay, what do you want to do? Should I bring him to you? How should I collect? 50 grand? Let him get into you for 250 grand, 300 grand. What are you doing? You're writing an entry on a piece of paper. It's not costing you a penny. He's a bad gambler. Let him get into you heavy and then bring him to me. Boom. Before you know it, he's into me $250,000, $300,000, right? I bring him to me. Sit down. Hey, how you doing? Good. You owe me a lot of money. Oh, you didn't know it was me? Sorry, yeah, we don't always put that out there. But it's me. You owe me a lot of money. How you going to pay? You got to pay. You got to figure it out. I'll tell you what. You know what? I love your team. I like the way you play. I'm going to give you a break. You owe me $250,000, right? You don't have to pay me right away. You pay me 2% a week in cash. When do you get paid? Every Monday you be here with the cash. Don't miss. Don't miss. And I'll let you slide for a while. I don't care. That's fine with me. He wants to do anything to get out of the room. He leaves. What do we find out? We're tracking a guy. He goes to another bookmaker somewhere else, right? And he's trying to make up the loss by betting somewhere else. Well, we all know what's going on. So pretty soon, he can't even pay me the 2%. We call him back in the room. Hey, let me explain something to you, my friend. You don't get away with a gambling debt. You got to pay me. You got a rich uncle. You got a godfather. Who would it? Go rob a bank. I don't care what you do, but you're going to pay me. That's it. Oh, Michael, let me tell you
or
that. For some reason, I got a soft spot with you. I don't know why. So here's what we're going to do. You're a good running back,
salesman.
right? Yeah. All right. First 3 times next game, you put the ball on the ground. What? You heard what I said. Put the ball on the ground. First 3 times. You're a wide receiver? Okay. Make sure that that ball doesn't go into your hands. That's it. You're a quarterback? First 3 times you get the ball, put it in the other team's hands. I'll worry about the rest. I'm getting an edge now. I know what to do. You're going to do this over a period of whatever amount of games I tell you, and that's how we're going to even up the score. And if you don't do it, you don't want to know what happens at that point. I think you understand where I'm coming from. That's it. Very powerful. That's how you get these players to work with you. NBA player, the same thing. I don't care what you do. Foul yourself out of the game. Do whatever. Referee, same thing. You make sure it goes my way. Are all of these type of people involved in gambling? Of course. Gambling is huge. Why do you think the NBA and all of these organizations now are being involved with gambling? Money. Period. Huge. The more access you give players, the more trouble they're going to get in. Bottom line, that's it. And I've been saying this for 30 years. When they were trying to legalize gambling, I said, listen, the more access you give, the more trouble you're going to have. Period. The more trouble players are going to get into because you're playing into their weakness. Gambling is an extension of their competitiveness. And guys that make big money lose big money. If you're making millions of dollars a year, it doesn't feel good to lose $100. That's nothing. You spend $100, you tip the waiter for $100. You're going to bet big because you want to win big, and as a result, you're going to lose big. That's the bottom line.
See, it baffles me that like yesterday, a lot of people were upset about all these sports things, that I put up. Like, this is what we wanted, y'all. This is why I've been putting out for, over a year now, how these games are rigged, how I used to give so much energy to sports and then, would ruin my week. And then I started seeing post game these players that I'm so upset about are down on the field, shaking hands and smiling and see you in the off season. This is what I've been doing it for. And it finally broke. It broke. It got exposed. And what was the biggest interview this year? Do you guys remember? You guys probably don't even remember. You guys don't even remember. You guys just watch one video and go on to the next one, right? The Cat Williams interview in January. Remember that? On Shannon Sharp's podcast? What did he say? It's over for these deviants. 2025 is a year of exposure. The lies are coming out. People are getting exposed. This is it. It's happening. Right? That means he knows. He already knows because he's in the game. He sees it. They all see it. It's over. They all see it. We don't. But when it gets breaking news, I'm going to put it on the channel that's all about that. You know what I mean? It just trips me out. Like a big conspiracy just came out all over media that we've been talking about forever, and you guys want me to post nothing about it. Crazy, y'all. I still love you guys, though. But sometimes you guys trip me out, y'all.
They nothing but damn devils. Their favorite color is red and blue. Get me? It represents the Illuminati. That's what you see. That's why they roll out the red carpet. All right? When you get lawyers as Jay-Z, he doesn't really have to do blood sacrifices anymore because he's crossed over. He's a master mason. But what he has to do, he has to give up souls. So what did he do? His last soul that he gave and was very successful was Kanye West. Kanye West came over. He was an apprentice and a mason, and he wanted to go a step higher. He advised him to give up his mom. Kanye West took a trip to Paris, which is, the UK. His mama came up dead, and then now they're as one. That's what I'm saying. So what happened in that big picture? Jay-Z gave Kanye West to Satan. He gave the Satan a soul. Rick Ross is the same way. He don't have to fulfill blood sacrifices because he's giving souls to Satan. That Maybach music, all he got to do is keep signing people. And that's what he's doing. He's signing people and they're giving them soul. It's easy to do. They follow the rituals. They get a little success. And if they...
Bro, I don't know about this thing before.
Nah, I don't celebrate Halloween and all that. Been called about the pumpkin because I know
from slavery. You know, my ancestors were slaves.
Slaves. Wow.
So I know what the pumpkin stand for when they used to hang us and put the pumpkin on top of our head. I'm not inviting that energy into my life.
Oh, that's real. And look what this lady says.
Demonic side comes out during Halloween. You're going to see it. You're going to see evil. There's all kinds of things that happen on Halloween that are no good.
And this is what they do on trick or treat.
Trick or treat, especially trick or treat is something that seems so harmless. You're like, oh, I'm just taking my kids to get candy. No, honey, that's a food offering.
Oh.
That is a food offering from different gods. It is from, witches could pray over it. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. And people try to minimize that and play it off like it's funny. It ain't funny. It ain't funny when your kids get sick. It ain't funny when demons come in your home. This is what's happened with Halloween. This is an evil holiday. There's no part of this in the Bible that Jesus tells you to celebrate this, not even once.
And this is what I was thinking, that why are people celebrating this demonic festival? That's a red flag for you. Like, they do many kind of rituals, many kind of witchcraft on this day. And you know what? Stay away from these demonic festivals.
You know, trick-or-treating has really died down in my hometown. It's not popular. Like, you can probably just buy one, 10 bag of candy, and it'll last you. You probably have leftovers, right? Out in Arizona. It has died down a lot. But out here where I'm at, a 10 bag of candy is going to last you 10 minutes. It's crazy. Now, I'm sure 95% of the people, they just, the intentions are pure, they're good, right? But there is that 5% out there that do carve their pumpkins and put them in the front yard because they're celebrating what it meant. If that's what it meant, I don't know, but there's a meaning to it. But or they prey on their candy and do these crazy things. I'm sure there's some of that out there, But what do you do? What do you do? I know we decided we're not going to give out candy because it's just a big investment out here. There's too much people. We handed out like 5 bags of candy last year, and we were done before the sun even came out. Like, we didn't even get to enjoy it. We had to come in and shut the door, and so we decided this year we're just gonna shut the blinds and not give nothing out, right? But let me know what you guys think. What do you think? I mean, do you live life, and as long as your intentions are pure, I believe you're okay. That's my belief, right? You can kill somebody with evil hatred, or you can do that protecting your family and what's yours. And I believe it's all about intentions, y'all. What are your intentions? Are your intentions pure when you're going out there trick or treating? Then go do it. But are your intentions when you're handing out candy evil and all that? Well, that's when you got, when that day comes, when you're sitting at that throne, you got to answer those questions, right? And that's up to you.
Camera. Bro, have you seen, okay, there's this clip of the Falcon 9 in space, and it was a live stream, right? And so it's showing the outside of the ship, okay? Someone spotted a mouse. What? On the outside of the thing. You can see it on video. You can see it crawl.
In space?
That's what I'm saying. That's what people are freaking out about, man. People are like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Is this true? Is this a live stream from actual space? Or is this some type of studio stuff and they just let something slip?
Oh, man.
But dude, I'll show you the video. It's absolutely crazy because you see it up close and you're just like, what is he looking at? And then you see something move that absolutely, that's 100% a mouse.
Oh my gosh.
And so it makes me wonder, like,
the new Ratatouille.
What are they up to? What are they filming?
Astronaut?
What do you mean that could be an astronaut?
Right there.
Wait!
Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. And it's all over.
I mean, it could probably live for like a little bit on the
outside.
Way to space.
No, you're.
A lot of people don't know this, but in 2008, the city of Chicago sold 75 years of all parking meter revenue to Dubai for $1 billion. Today, those meters generate about $160 million annually. And they project by the time that this deal is done, Dubai will make over $11 billion. And the wildest part about this deal is that $1 billion was spent within 5 years. And it wasn't spent on creating new revenue streams for the city, or investing in infrastructure, or improving the roads, water systems, transportation to schools. It was spent on the city's payroll, pensions, and day-to-day costs. So you see a lot of the things happening in Chicago, a lot of it goes back to that deal in 2008. Because the city lost its future on a short-term fix. Foreign investors got zero obligation to reinvest in the city. All they doing is collecting. So they end up selling 75 years for 5. It's one of the worst business deals in American history.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up, we need food! It's gone! EBT don't work nowhere!
Power grid outages are continuing across the officials urge residents to remain. That's it. They really cut us off.
Mama, is this all we got?
To continue receiving nutritional credits, citizens must verify identity via implantable BioID. Please remain calm and follow the directions of registration
This is where we're
officials.
heading, y'all. If you can't see it,
Can you run it again?
It's not taking it either.
Did yours go through? All the cards are down?
Hold still. No chip, no eggs.
But I just...
Move along, ma'am.
Come on, baby.
Mama, is this all we got?
Hold out your wrist. Next, hold out your wrist.
I don't want it.
Then you won't eat. They said it'd come.
yeah, it's crazy, y'all.
We just didn't know it'd be like this.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
If we really want to talk about it and think about it, you can't see the Wi-Fi coming in. You don't see it, but it's arriving to your phone, right? But you don't feel the Schumann resonance pulsing through you right fucking now.
Right.
But
So
it's pulsing right now, constantly through us.
We really have to get over the idea of just because you can't see it, it's not real.
You can't see it and feel it.
Yeah, well, it's
Doesn't
definitely not
exist.
real. But why does your Wi-Fi exist? You can't see that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't like hide in the walls and like secretly travel places. Why do you have Wi-Fi? How does it just connect to your phone?
It shows up.
Yeah.
Through walls and all
It just
kinds
hides
of
its way to your phone and finally like
In fact, you can be driving 100 miles an hour down the road, and somehow those little fuckers still keep up. They keep sending you fucking signal in real time. They don't ever slow down. How the fuck does that work? No matter how fast you travel, that phone's still giving you fucking signal.
God, it's impressive.
It's fucking really impressive, actually. You know, like, holy shit, dude.
It's crazy. Where's the other one? We can't see.
I would like to go check out that Denver airport.
I wonder what that is.
Chauncey Billups is not fucking around, y'all. That man about to tell on the whole 9, including LeBron. Look at what shirt he got on, fool. Clutch Sports Group. Do y'all know who runs Clutch Sports? Do y'all know who's a part of Clutch Sports? Rich Paul is LeBron's manager. Y'all, I feel like this whole thing about to be fucked. The system finna crumble. This is a cryptic message, y'all. He wore this to court. This is what I think. Don't quote me though. He's wearing this because he like, if I go down, y'all go down too. Y'all better do something about this.
The problem with radio right now is it's so poorly programmed. Do you know what I mean? It's not making itself a part of it. You know, I was listening on the way here. I was listening to Power and K-Day.
Right.
They're the same station now. They're running the same promos, the same stop sets, 60% of the same music, the same. I mean, I'm sitting there going, which station am I listening to?
Right.
You know, and I was looking at the ratings today or yesterday and looking at the PPMs, and the more that they're playing the same music, you're going to go to K-Day for that. So your ratings are starting to go down and K-Days are starting to go up.
That actually
Do you
makes
see
a
what I'm
whole
saying?
lot of sense.
Well, but it's just basic. If you are a radio owner, not to go off on radio, but if you are a radio owner, in this case, Morello owns Power and K-Day,
Right.
why would you have two stations going at each other?
That makes sense.
Because basically you should just turn one off, add those two ratings together, and you'd have like a 2.6, 2.7. Do you know what you're only diluting yourself?
Right.
So what is the point of that?
So you're basically saying that there's no uniqueness now.
There's no unique stuff, and there's no rebels, there's no renegades.
Right.
Everybody's just trying to say, I'm doing the same as everybody else, i.e. job security. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to and everybody's taking the credit for everybody else's, you know what I mean? If there's any credit or any success, everybody's running to say that was me. Do you see what I'm saying? But nobody deserves that.
Famous brands linked with suspicious things.
Nickelodeon. In Latin, the word means I don't care about God. Google Play. The logo resembles the sigil of Lucifer. Prada. They sell earrings that look like Bell. Balenciaga. In Latin, the word means Baal is the king. Baal is a demon who looks like this. Monster drink. In Hebrew, the brand logo means number 666. And 666 is number of beast in Bible, Google Chrome. The logo has hidden the number of beast, which is 666. Gmail. The logo resembles the Royal Ark apron watch.
Yeah, and you actually said that, you guys would have just, regular casual conversations, and he was into, I guess, the supermodel type females.
Yeah, Mike was human. Like, he was human. He liked everything we like.
The tall, but he wasn't into the thick women, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he liked supermodels.
Supermodels,
Yeah,
tall,
he
thin, and so forth.
But it all made sense though. Now I know why he always had like supermodels in his videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had the supermodels in the
Campbell.
video. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It made sense.
Yeah, and since our last interview, I interviewed Tom Messero, who was his lawyer that defended him successfully in that whole case. And I remember just going through the whole story and so forth, and kind of digging into the background and everything. And I remember, because there was always, from the outside looking in, you're like, well, were the allegations true? Was he really into little kids?
He wasn't, man.
Well, clearly
he was nowhere near that.
Right. But clearly some of the stuff he did wasn't really appropriate for an adult
That's
man.
all bullshit, Vlad. I'm not gonna let you start there.
I'm not gonna,
listen, I live.
Listen. No, I'm gonna finish it.
Vlad, because I don't want you to finish it and the shit go all over the internet on some negative shit. You know how that shit works.
Okay.
Mike's legacy got to be protected, bro. The nigga was he was a true soul, like pure hearted.
Yeah.
Nothing negative about him. Right. Everything all the love that he came towards like kids was genuine, because he wanted kids to progress and grow to be the best they could be.
Yeah.
Obviously he was a kid star, so he probably didn't get a lot of those things that normal kids get. So I can probably see where he was pulling from. But he genuinely just loved to see kids healthy and in a good place. He always wanted kids to be happy.
Did you know that there was a cave found in the Grand Canyon that predated Native Americans, and in fact looked like it came from Egypt, and the Smithsonian denies it to this day, yet they funded the expedition? So in 1908, this explorer, he wanted to go to the Grand Canyon to look for gold. So he was going down one of the rivers in the Grand Canyon and saw a mineral deposit about 2,000 feet up on a cliff. Went up there and he saw some bushes or whatever, and he pushed the bushes aside, and it was a staircase that led up to he said clearly a man-made cave. He walked in there and immediately was like, what am I looking at? Because it looked like there was hieroglyphics all on the walls, and it was huge. And so he was like, this is crazy. And then went to the Smithsonian and was like, can you fund me, and like, we'll get a team out there to see what this is. Yeah. So they went out there, and it was basically an underground city. It would have housed like 50,000 people. What?
The natives in that region, they talked about how they weren't the first people on the land, and that there was people actually before them, and those people were taught by the star people how to make weapons, how to do all this.
Do you know how much Disney has lost in a year and a half of their stock? I've seen it go down. So $195 billion. They've lost 56% of their stock. It's so bad right now. Guess who's celebrating behind closed doors? Apple, because Apple's the only one that can buy him. Let's look at Bob Iger. Bob Iger chose the wrong enemies. Bob chose parents as enemies. And he chose the transgender community as his allies. What? Crazy. Your number one customer isn't kids. Your number one customer is the person that has the power of the remote. That is the parent. You thought for a second the kid is putting on. You got to win the parents over. So what happens? Flop after flop after flop after flop after flop.
I just find the whole thing so interesting because at the core of it, is it the resistance of free speech that people are like, because everyone's starting to see it now. Like, I could even speak from a perspective as a creator on YouTube and other social media platforms where I'm like, I can't say certain things.
No, you really can't. You really can't say certain things, y'all. A lot of things get muted out on these videos, even today. I don't know if you guys notice it or catch it.
All right, man, I'm going out here.
Quick, a lot of things get muted out that isn't even like, I can't sit here and like tell somebody, that's on the edge of the ledge, right? The S word. Like, I can't say that word even if it's positive, like giving my experience with all that. I can't talk about that. I can't say that word. Or if, someone's exposing something somebody's done to a young one, I can't post that on here. You guys call me a sellout, whatever you want, but your channel will get blocked forever and kicked off of YouTube. Quick, if you say certain words or offend certain groups. Those are the people that are running the show. See, I already got to shut up, y'all. Back to the video.
But let's see, man. Let's see. It's not let's see if it works. It works. It's just if y'all are willing to get with me on this one. So, man, I'm sent here, bro, not just to expose these people, but to change the way that the world thinks and prove to you there's another way. And you're here to do the same thing. So let me run this to you. So, the word in the English language, right, are words, let's say, like, what is door? What is door? Like a word, I'm just using door as an example. What is a door? It's a sound. We're just saying door, and we all agree that sound door means the same thing. It means door. It's like it's basically something that you open on a house. It's a door. But what are we really saying? We're just saying door. If you spoke another language, you would just hear saying war. You wouldn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Do you don't understand other languages, do you? Like, it sounds like they're just speaking gibberish. But because we agree that this word means the same thing, it is so. Do you know what I mean? Because we all agree. And because we agree, then that's what it is. Am I going over your head? Am I coming in clear? So what I'm saying is we have the power to create life or reality by what we speak. And because we all agree, because one or more gathered in my name, you know what I mean? In the Bible, when it says that part, you know what I'm saying? So look at this thing, okay? Look at this thing, Group 7. Group 7 didn't exist a few days ago. Somebody decided to say, hey, I'm Group 7. Everybody's, yeah, I want to be Group 7. Now everybody's Group 7. And guess what? Group 7 is now a thing because somebody said it and everybody agreed. Do you see what I'm going? Do you see where I'm going? So, now that I got enough people's attention, let's spread our wings. Guess what? Let's all start making posts and let's agree. The secret society has fallen. And if enough of us say that and we agree, then guess what? It is so. I got more, bro. I'm warming up with y'all. I'm ready to change the whole world, man. It's just, baby steps. But if what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, then let's all agree on it. And let's post it and let it be so. The secret society has fallen. That's our new group. The secret society has fallen. Let's make it go viral. Let's make it reality. Let's make it so. Let's end the way this is. Let's stop talking about what they do to us and let's end them. Right now. Who's with me? I'm with you. Let's go. I'm gonna do it first. Come on. Y'all want to? Y'all tired of this crap? Well, then let's speak into existence and let's end them.
I mean, I get what he's saying. This is how I interpreted it. Here where I live, I'm paying $17 a month, pretty much renting my garbage can, right? I rent the garbage can I use for the city to come pick it up. Now, I tried calling them. Hey, I looked on Home Depot, this garbage, same exact garbage can, same color, everything, only costs $70. Can I just get my own garbage can, right? So I don't have to rent your garbage can? No, if you do that, we will not pick up your trash. See, but imagine if if the whole damn city, let's call it 500,000 people said, we're going to buy our own garbage can because I've been here for, let's just say 20 years. This $70 garbage can has costed me like $20,000 for the rent I've been paying. Now, me alone, I can't do it. I can't make a difference on my own. Because you know what they're going to do? The city's going to come out. They're going to find me. Cops are going to come, threaten arrest, threaten all these things. But if all of us lined our garbage can up there and said, hey, take our garbage or it's just going to pile up, they're going to follow suit. We're in control.
In other words, they had the capacity to write, but they chose not to write. Why? Because if you think about it, in this world, writing is a corruption, right? When you speak, you're channeling the divine. So when you are writing something down, you're actually counterfeiting the divine, okay? Also, remember that for them, talking is really like singing, right? And you cannot capture music in the written form. So it's almost like a corruption of the song, okay? And also, for them, this is really important. Everything is meant to be a communal experience. When you sing, when you talk, when you paint, we do it together. Okay? But when you write, it's a solitary experience. And that's why, even though we humans, from a very, right from the beginning, we had the capacity to write, we chose not to write. Okay, this is really important for us to understand. Writing was a conscious decision. It was not a technology that was invented later on. We just chose not to do it because we thought it was a corruption of the natural world. Okay? All right? Does that make sense? Okay? So this is these are all the geometric signs of Ice Age Europe. It's very similar to alchemy, okay? Alchemy is trying to figure out the secrets of the universe.
Bro, you know how many athletes told me they they think all their games are rigged?
All of them? Damn.
So if you see a guy going for 50, 60, the referees is lining it up for him to do that. If a guy got 20 shots from the free throw line, or one of these referees, these guys, they getting their cheese on the back end.
Damn.
Look up, Shaq just said it. They just asked Shaq, did he think some of the games was rigged? And he said, yeah. I know multiple football players who told me, man, this is rigged. I don't even love the game no more. Because in the playoffs, everybody, in the NFL, in the playoffs, everybody get paid the same. So in the NFL, in the playoffs, it's really love of the game now. You feel me? Because everybody getting the same check. So things can get tricky. Things can be manipulated. For sure.
America, y'all better get ready. Because at this point, we are not living in history anymore. We are stepping dead into prophecy. See, many of us been telling y'all for quite some time now that America has entered its final chapter. Many of you guys would say we are in the last days. This system, this structure has reached its expiration point. And what's wild is, it's not just spiritual folks saying it. It ain't just conspiracy talk no more. Now we have White House executives coming out and hinting. This right here is Steve Bannon, former White House strategist. And the way that he came out talking, he's implying that Donald Trump isn't just a president. He is the last president that we will ever know.
So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president 28, and people just sort of get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is, but there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term. Right, and he'll get that in 28.
You're not right, actually, because I think what you will end up with is a populist justification for a quasi-dictatorship.
That's not true at all. Trump
That's what it sounds like.
Trump is a dictatorship. Did you just see the compromises he had to make on the big, beautiful bill? You see the compromises he has to do on everything, on accommodating Zelensky, on what President Trump. President Trump is nothing but a series of negotiations to kind of keep this thing rolling forward, where he's having trade-offs all the time.
Steve, you've just spent the last 20 minutes telling me we have to smash the other side. There's no room for debate. There's no room for compromise. We must smash them. And now you're telling me this is a negotiation. I mean, that's
no.
I guess that's why it seems to me some kind of tension there.
The only way President Trump wins in 2028 and continues to stay in office is by the will of the American people. Okay? And the will of the American people is what the Constitution embodies. So I think we're going to be in good hands there. We need to finish what we started.
So he implied more than once that we need to start what we started. What do you think he means by that? And remember, y'all, this is a spiritual war. We've been in spiritual war for eons, and now it's coming to the time that we're about to be released. The shift is here, man. I can feel it. Remember, in the Bible, it tells us we not wrestle against flesh, but in spiritual evil wickedness in high places. This is bigger than we think right now, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. The shift is here.
Listen.
About the universe and space that we have ever known in the history of mankind right fucking now. And some of the shit they done found out, they don't know how to fucking tell you, because they don't know how the fuck you might react to some of the shit that they done found out. So they found out that in the universe, all of the galaxies, all of the moons, all of the suns.
I talk about this in my life all the time.
Everything we can see with our eyes, they found out that is 5% of the universe. The fuck? That means we know 5% of what the fuck is out there. They don't want to say what the other 95% is.
The EMT showed me the other 95.
They don't want to say it's God. They don't want to say it's the nigga God. So they called it dark matter. That's what it is. 95% dark matter. They done found out some shit they don't want to tell you. Thanks to James Webb Telescope, we can see all the way back to where the Big Bang was supposed to be. Hey, guess what? I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but it wasn't no bang, bitch. And it wasn't motherfucking big. So, back to the old drawing board. And they found out there's no dead particles nowhere in the universe. None. No dead particles. So that means when your ass leave here, bitch, you go somewhere else. We don't know where the fuck it is. I'm just here to let you know that no matter how your life is going right now, please understand that this is the greatest time to be alive for any human beings that have ever been on this planet right now, and you're involved.
Human experience.
Greatest time to be alive. You're the first people that don't have to take no shit. If you don't like something, you can motherfucking fix it. You ain't got to take nobody's shit. Even if you don't like the way God made you can switch it up.
School.
Extremely weird's going on. So this guy posted a video of his apple tree blooming in late October, which means that he would have apples growing at Christmas time. You know, right there in winter. And right after I show you what he says, I'm gonna show you something completely unrelated, 1000%. Trust me.
It's the middle of October, and I got flowers on my apple tree. 47 of them. Could somebody please explain to me why I got 47 blooms on my apple tree, and it's almost November?
I really wonder what's going on. Now, completely unrelated from the apple tree, who knows? Have you guys noticed how blue and perfect the sky's been? Not related whatsoever. Ever since the government shutdown, the sky has been so clear and so blue every single day. I mean, really, every day, everywhere. So back to this guy's video of these apple trees mysteriously blooming. Right coming in the winter, we have this crazy blue sky that I haven't seen in so many years. Really, I wonder what's going on.
Clothes.
Like that, yeah.
He was on a table. I did ask him this question, which I thought was really interesting. It's a detail I never heard before. I asked him if his if his feet were like hanging off the bed, off the table. And he goes, no. So I said, so it's a human-sized table, which I thought was interesting.
Wait, if the feet were hanging off the table?
Because they're small beings. I mean,
Right.
the ceiling is low. He had to crouch down.
Right.
Why would the table be human-sized,
Yes,
right?
so his feet would be on the ground.
Yeah, so that I thought was really interesting. I was like, oh, there's a little
They've done
factory
this
somewhere,
before.
and they're like making human-sized tables, right?
Yeah.
And so they go out this opening. They kind of scurry away pretty quickly. He then walks down this windy, narrow hallway, sort of crouched down, and it's turning. Now you can imagine the fear that he must have that around any of these corners, there might be another one of these things just waiting to pop out, right?
I don't think I can imagine that fear. This is like...
Dude, so he's walking around this corner thinking, I got to look for the way out. I have to find a way out. He doesn't know he's in a spaceship, right? He doesn't know where he is. So he's looking for a way out. He gets into this room where all of a sudden, as soon as he walks in, he can see what he says is like a star map. He doesn't know if it was a projection or if it was actual space, but the entire room that he's in is just space.
Out of all the people you've talked to and like all the skiffs you've been in and all these whistleblowers that you've interacted with, if you were just to take, I know you don't like to speculate, but if you were to bet on like what this stuff could be coming from, like what do you think? Do you think intergalactic space aliens? Do you think it's time traveling humans, breakaway human civilization?
I call it non-human intelligence.
Angels and demons, like Tucker Carlson thinks it is.
So Grush does a good way of outlining this in a way that's very factual, and he calls it NHI. I think an older term for that would be what Tucker Carlson probably calls as angels and demons. So
like,
but it's interesting.
from where though?
But that's the thing, is we don't know. Like, it's not
Right.
like I can be like, beam me up, Scotty, and
Yeah.
answer the questions. But
I know you don't know, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, what would if you were in Vegas?
I don't know that answer, but what
Yeah.
I can tell you is it's been interesting because, you know, we go back to some of these very old texts that talk about this that were somehow removed from the Bible, which is also a weird conversation, but it's pretty straightforward in what those things are. So I don't like to tell people what to believe. What I can do is present you with the facts and tell you to read a book. You should probably read the book and then draw your own conclusions.
Mm-hmm. I had this NASA dude on here, Kevin Knuth.
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
Mhm.
So he worked for NASA for a while, and he was a physicist for NASA, and he believes that these things, whatever they are in the oceans exclusively.
It was only a matter of time before we seen this one. I had absolutely no idea that this was being spoken about, so shout out to the person who sent me this. Digital IDs could be coming to Utah. We already see what's taking place right now in the UK, in Australia, what's taking place in Vietnam, and other places around the world. It's only a matter of time. We're at the perfect storm. That's what it's looking like. With everything that's going on in the government right now, everything that's going on local levels and different communities abroad in our country. Guys, like, we're watching this puzzle come together. That's just the best way I can put it, right? We all see through a glass dimly, like the Bible tells us, and we're all sort of trying to connect the dots and really get the bigger picture of what's taking place here. But one thing is for sure, that we're watching that picture come together clearer than ever before. The things that people thought were conspiracies for such a long time, for many decades, now they are starting to see, hopefully, they're starting to see that they are not conspiracies, that we were not crazy. We were trying to warn you guys. Yes, it was a few years off at the time when we were telling you guys all those years ago. Yes, it was a few years off. The people who knew about this push here in the 90s and the 80s, even the 70s, like, bro, think about how crazy folks thought they were. Now fast forward to where we are right now. This is incredible. This is insane. and it's only going to continue in this direction. There's no stopping it. If you haven't read the Bible, if you haven't read Revelation 13, chapter 13 to be specific, and if you just haven't read the Bible in general, I would advise you to read it, because it let us know, and we're not crazy. We never were. And you can see this push taking place all over the globe. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you don't have Jesus in your heart, I pray that you would receive him, for he's the only one who's going to be able to save us. He let us know of all these things in the last times. And guys, it's real. It's not a story. God bless.
The story is he gets shot at that motel, right?
Right.
Then he, dies on the scene, and Jesse Jackson was holding him in his arms, and that was a lie. What happened was they rushed him to the hospital, and then the nurses took him out because he was still alive. But I heard that they cleared the room out.
Yeah.
Brought in some nurses.
Right.
And then snuffed him out with a pillow. Because here's the thing. He knows a lot more than what we know, right? Now, if he was an asset, whoever was funding him, writing his speeches.
Damn, they taking his speeches.
I'm just saying. And then they're saying, it gets wild. They're saying that he was the original Diddy, which is crazy. They're saying that he had freak offs and all this other stuff, and he had power and all this other stuff. Now, we can't verify that.
But it's documented that he was an adulterer.
That is documented. But I think that, yes, I think that it was a conspiracy. And I think that, what was documented, and you put two and two together, he didn't die where they said he died. Just like how they said Hitler didn't die where they said he died.
So was he being held in Jesse Jackson's arms?
That's what Jesse Jackson said. And Jesse Jackson he's such a puppet, like. And you know what's funny too about MLK? His wife was an Eastern Star.
Okay.
So, that's like the female version of a Mason.
I know.
So it's pretty odd that, isn't it odd that all these wives just magically just get away when their husbands die? You have MLK, you have JFK, Charlie Kirk. That's pretty interesting. All these wives just get right out the way when their husbands die, right?
Yeah, almost like you never hear from them.
Almost like they knew. Interesting. Just saying. Because aren't all those scenarios very eerily similar to each other?
Yeah.
All of men of influence. They're all politically charged. And then, their wives may or may not have known. I mean, same thing with JFK. Like,
are there rumors that Jackie knew?
Well, here's the thing. When Johnson was sworn in, they moved so fast to swear him in, like she still had blood on her clothes.
Hearing him say the hit word has nothing to do with MLK, right? But it hit me how our president is funding a lot to Argentina, telling them they're such a great country. Now, this just popped in my head. I remember I saw Tim Kennedy, the Green Beret, did a show about how all these, I'm going to call them lowriders, right? We know the prison gang, the you-know-what lowriders. They fled to what country? What country did a lot of them flee to? And even the hit guy, a lot of them are saying that skull they found in that bunker wasn't his, right? It was a woman's, actually. I believe that's what they were saying. It was a woman's skull. Where did they all flee to, including the hit master? Argentina. That just hit me right now. And he's funding Argentina. They say there's a huge German population in Argentina. Right? They have towns that just look like Germany out there. Like a huge, that's where they all went to. A lot of them went to. They fled to Argentina. I don't know. Is there a coincidence with that? Let me know down below.
Let's take a look at some more amazing footage from that 1901 World's Fair in Buffalo, New York. This is a tour of the fair site by boat on that canal system. That was also built in only 2 years' time and demolished 6 months afterwards. Now, if this trip doesn't make you rethink that narrative, and make you rethink everything you've been told about history. Just keep watching. Now, all of this is supposed to be just made of temporary material. These canals with these tunnels entering into some of the most beautiful architecture, temporary or otherwise, you'll ever see. All of those bridges, hundreds of thousands of people walking on them, those full-grown trees you passed earlier, all of them were just slapped together in 2 years' time. All the skilled craftsmen couldn't pull this off in 2 years. And keep in mind, they had these World's Fairs equally as extravagant, being made year after year. Just 1 year previous was the 1900 World's Fair in Paris.
All right, family. There you have today's video. Man, I just got this video uploaded and I ran into some technical difficulties. My mic just shut off. I didn't realize it until I was done and I was about to do my editing. So I had to go through. Hope I blended it in so you guys don't notice it. It was when I was talking, right? I had to blend in, redo that part. I was like, I'm gonna have to react to this whole thing. You know, that's what I was thinking. I ain't gonna put an upload today. But I was like, wait, it was only like the second half of the video and I only talked like 3 times. So I just re-recorded it and I think it came out good. The intro was re-recorded. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We should have about 1 minute and 8 minutes. Gotta leave a like for that, y'all. I got some people, I bought some Govee lights, right, to put up in my house. So I got a dude coming out here at you know, like 12:30, 1 o'clock to install them. Yes, I could install them, but I'm scared of heights, y'all. I don't want to go up on the, I live in a 2-story. I don't want to go up there with the ladder. I don't know nothing about roofing or nothing to get up there. So I'm paying somebody to come out here and hang them up. I know I am usually Mr. DIY. I usually do everything by myself, but I don't trust myself with the ladder on the 2nd story. Those type of heights scare me. I can fly an airplane, but I'm standing on a 2-story looking over. I'm scared of those type of heights, y'all. So I'll be sure to post a picture. You know, I love my lights. As you guys can see, it brings me therapy. It brings me happiness. Speaking of lights, I'm thinking of bringing back the green screen. All my OG watchers, you guys remember I used to have a green screen. Now I have somebody that creates my thumbnails. If you haven't noticed, my thumbnails are like at a different level now. You know, I partnered with somebody and he's helping me out with thumbnails and whatnot. So I asked him, could you make me like a dope green screen? You know what I mean? Like I would like it to be like an office type thing with a little conspiracy, like maybe a big like conspiracy web back here with all the red lines connecting and stuff. A nice green plant. You know, I want it to look dope. Let me know down below if you guys have any suggestions you would like to see back here, you know, on my green screen, right? I'm thinking of bringing it back. I might have to put a poll up and ask you guys, do you like this background or a green screen? I don't know. I feel like I want to switch it up to a green screen for a little while, take a break from this, switch up the vibe over here, y'all. So let me know down below what you guys think of that. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully this editing comes out clean and crisp like I'm hoping it is, because I was pissed right now, y'all. But then I realized all I got to do is just do these 3 little parts. I don't have to redo the whole thing like I was going to at first. I sat back, I thought, and I hope I fixed it, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Hope everyone has a good day. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. We'll see you guys on the next one. Later.